Our dream home is finally complete, and in just a week, we'll be moving in. Amid all the excitement, my husband unexpectedly dropped a bombshell. Looks like Mom and the others have started packing too, he mentioned casually. I blinked in confusion. Wait, your mom is moving as well? Huh? What are you talking about? Of course they're moving into the new house, he responded as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Hold on, by new house, you mean your mom bought a different one? I asked, trying to clarify. My husband gave me a baffled look. What's wrong with you? The new house, the one we bought, he said, sounding almost accusatory. I was completely stunned. My name is Emerson, a 34-year-old corporate professional. My career has always been my top priority, leaving little room for romance. Thanks to my dedication, I climbed the corporate ladder quickly, took on many responsibilities, and became a trusted employee. I work in the pharmaceutical industry, meeting with healthcare professionals to discuss the quality, effectiveness, and safety of our company's products. My job requires frequent hospital visits and presentations on new medications. Even when I return to the office, my workaholic nature keeps me occupied. My parents often urged me, if you can't find the right person, why not try blind dates? But I always dismissed the idea. I don't have time for that. I'm not going to date random people just because I feel pressured to. However, as the years passed, I began to question whether I was content with being single forever. My friends were getting married one after another. Even my best friend, who once insisted we'd enjoy single life together, was now a mother of 2. I never believed marriage was the only path to happiness, but I started feeling a sense of urgency. Would I go through life never experiencing marriage? Then, I met Benjamin, the man who would later become my husband. A friend, noticing my concerns, introduced me to him at a gathering. Benjamin was 5 years younger, a 29-year-old web designer. Like me, he'd have focused on his career and struggled to balance work and relationships. Seeing our similarities, I felt an instant connection. We hit it off immediately and started dating. Since we both had demanding jobs, we met whenever our schedules allowed. The lack of pressure made the relationship feel effortless. He was serious about his work, and I admired that about him. His family had also been pressuring him to settle down, even suggesting arranged marriages. This shared experience reassured me that we were on the same page. After a year of dating, we got married. My parents were thrilled. My mother even cried, not just when we told them, but throughout our entire wedding day. Thus began our life as a married couple. But I quickly faced an unexpected challenge: my in-laws. Since my husband's family lived only 10 minutes away, they frequently called us over. More accurately, my mother-in-law summoned us. She'd enjoyed seeing her son, but also seemed determined to scrutinize me. She had a way of making sly, cutting remarks when no one else was paying attention. On top of that, she often roped me into household chores under the guise of needing help. Emerson, my back has been acting up. Can you help me with the cleaning? She would ask sweetly. Not wanting to be rude, I would agree. Oh, sure. Wonderful. Just clean all the rooms and hallways, upstairs and downstairs, she added as if it were nothing. Then there was my sister-in-law. Unlike her mother, she didn't bother hiding her insults. She made snide remarks openly, whether my husband or father-in-law was present or not. Emerson, you're so plain. I can't imagine anyone finding you interesting, she would say with a smirk. Though my husband and father-in-law scolded her, she ignored them completely. I want something sweet. Go buy me a dessert. Oh, and while you're out, pick up some ingredients for dinner too, she would order, treating me like a personal assistant. At first, I tolerated it. I thought it was best not to stir up trouble, but my compliance only encouraged them to push further. Eventually, I reached my limit. I don't want to visit anymore, I told my husband. He sighed. I won't force you, but they're my family. Can't you at least try to get along with them? Frustrated, I replied I could if they treated me with even a little respect. While he didn't push me, skipping holiday gatherings was much harder. When I did show up, my mother-in-law and sister-in-law saw it as an opportunity to pick on me. It's just a couple of times a year, I reminded myself, trying to endure it. Aside from my in-laws, my marriage was ideal. My husband respected my passion for work and never complained when I worked late. We shared household chores equally, and he fully supported my career. One of my lifelong dreams had been to own a home. My husband encouraged me, but I wanted to fund it entirely on my own. I had been saving since my student years, and with a steady salary, I managed to build a substantial nest egg. Finally, I had enough to make my dream a reality. Excited, I contacted a construction company and quickly got the ball rolling. Since I had spent years researching designs, I knew exactly what I wanted. I was thinking of making this room your workspace, Benjamin, I told him, showing the layout. Since you work from home a lot, you'll need a dedicated office. Little did I know, my dream home was about to come with an unexpected twist. I thought you'd enjoy a space with plenty of sunlight and a beautiful view outside, I suggested. That sounds amazing. Thank you so much, Benjamin responded, genuinely pleased. Our dream home was located far from my in-laws, meaning my mother-in-law and sister-in-law wouldn't be able to drop by frequently. I was thrilled and eagerly awaited the completion of the house. Finally, the big day arrived. We were set to move in a week later. Then, out of nowhere, my husband casually mentioned something that sent shockwaves through me. My parents have been packing up quite a bit too, he remarked. I blinked, confused. Wait, are your parents moving somewhere? He looked at me like I had said something ridiculous. Obviously, they're moving into the new house, he stated nonchalantly. I froze. Hold on, when you say new house, do you mean they bought a place too? Benjamin sighed in exasperation. Are you zooming out? I'm talking about our house. My heart pounded. What? What do you mean? Why are your parents moving into my house? I demanded, my temper flaring. When I mentioned the new house to them, they said they wanted to live there too, he explained, as if it were the most natural thing in the world. I stared at him in disbelief. And you just agreed without asking me? You decided this on your own? Benjamin frowned. What's the big deal? They're my family. This is my dream home. I worked hard and saved for this moment. Why should I have to share it with your parents? I shot back. Interrupted? That's a harsh way to put it, he scoffed. I clenched my fists. You have no idea what I've been through, do you? Your mother and sister have bullied me constantly. I cannot live with them. But instead of showing any understanding, my husband said something unbelievable. Enough of your selfishness, he snapped. I gaped at him. What? My mom and sister told me they're actually troubled by your attitude. They just want you to be a good wife, he continued. You actually believe them. You're taking their side? I asked, feeling a deep sense of betrayal. Benjamin let out a tired sigh. You never listen, do you? You're older than me, but you act like a child. Anyway, I've decided. Our new house will belong to my parents. If you don't like it, well, we can get a divorce. I felt the air leave my lungs. What? I'm serious. I'm heading to my parents' place today. You stay here and reflect on your behavior, he declared before walking out the door. At that moment, something inside me shifted. Any love I had for him vanished in an instant. He was just like his mother, selfish, manipulative, and completely unaware of how his actions affected others. The next day, he came back, looking smug. Have you thought things through? He asked. I met his gaze, unshaken. Thought about what? He smirked and pulled out a stack of papers. Here. I already filled out my part of the divorce papers. Didn't I tell you I was serious? If you don't change your attitude, we're getting divorced. Do you think you'll find another husband at your age? Just stop being stubborn and listen to me. Even my parents said they'd be willing to forgive you. I exhaled slowly. I understand. His face lit up with satisfaction. Good girl. Now don't defy me again. But little did he know, I wasn't the one who would be learning a lesson. I had finally seen his true colors, and I wasn't about to stick around any longer. Maybe he only showed his real self now because he wanted my house. Either way, I was glad I saw the truth before it was too late. Without hesitation, I took the divorce papers and submitted them to City Hall. We were officially no longer husband and wife. The house was mine, and I no longer had to deal with him or his family ever again. Luckily, Benjamin stayed at his parents' house for a few days, which gave me enough time to move into my new home alone. Once I settled in, I felt nothing but joy. Every corner of the house was exactly as I had envisioned. I replaced the furniture and appliances I had originally chosen with ones that truly suited me. Just being in the space filled me with happiness. Then, a few days later, my ex-husband showed up, along with his parents and sister. Checking the intercom, I saw their irritated faces staring back at me. Open the door right now, Benjamin barked. Sorry, I can't do that, I replied calmly. Huh? What are you playing at? Let us in. How could you move in alone without telling us? He yelled. Oops, I must have forgotten to mention something, I said, feigning innocence. Just open the door and we'll forgive you, he continued, clearly thinking he still had control over the situation. Yeah, about that. No can do, I responded. Did you what? His face contorted in anger. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I already filed for divorce, I said smoothly. His eyes widened. Did you what? What do you mean? It means I submitted the papers you gave me. We're no longer married. And that's why I won't be letting you or your family into my house. This has to be a joke, he stammered. His mother suddenly butted in. Benjamin, what's this nonsense about a divorce? Didn't you two agree to live together? And even if you're divorced, the house is marital property, right? She can't just take it. That's right. Our son has a right to live here too, his father added. I folded my arms. Actually, the house is entirely in my name. I paid for it in full. A heavy silence fell over them. Benjamin's face paled. Well, his sister snapped. Benjamin, you always said, we'll live here together. What the hell? I mean that's... Benjamin stammered, completely losing control of the situation. Anyway, that's the reality. So I'd appreciate it if you all left now, I said coolly. You think we're just going to leave? His mother shrieked. If you refuse, I'll call the police, I stated firmly. The police? Benjamin's family was utterly stunned. Then, to my surprise, his father let out a deep sigh. Emerson, I'm sorry for everything. We'll leave. Please don't call the police, he said reluctantly. And with that, they got in their car and drove away, defeated. As for my ex-husband and his family, their downfall came swiftly. Once my father-in-law learned how his wife and daughter had tormented me, he was disgusted. He divorced my mother-in-law and severed ties with both Benjamin and his sister. To make matters worse for them, they had already put their house up for sale, thinking they were moving into mine. With nowhere else to go, my ex-mother-in-law and sister-in-law had no choice but to rely on Benjamin, who now had to financially support them while enduring their constant nagging. This is all your fault, they would scream at him. Honestly, they deserved every bit of it. Meanwhile, I was finally living my best life in my beautiful new home. I often invited my parents and friends over, filling my days with joy and laughter. As for love, I still hope to find it again someday, but this time I'd choose wisely so I'd never fall for the wrong person again. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Stay tuned.